Hey guys, welcome back to Startup Central. So this is a follow-up video on the status and situation with Celsius and how they are going to be repaying people their money back, especially people who had invested funds in their earned product. So if you haven't seen that other video, you can find it over there. And without further ado, let's get started with more specifics about how this is going to happen. So let's get started. So yesterday, February the 15th, we had an announcement that the debtors of Celsius and a company called NovaWulf had reached an agreement in which they would be paying back investors, especially in the earned product. So while this is good news, it raised a lot of questions, and I'm sure you have a lot of, you're looking for answers. So I have been scouring the internet and I found a few answers, and that's what this video is about. So specifically, what is the threshold of in which you will be potentially receiving funds, liquid funds, or the threshold after which you wouldn't be receiving liquid funds, but shares of a new company. So we're going to be explaining all that, how is it going to work, if there are some conditions, we're going to be explaining all that. So hopefully after this video ends, you will have more information and learn what's going to happen to your funds, to the money you had invested, and you will have the tools to make a decision, because you will have to make a decision at some point based on this information. So let's go to the browser and read what has been published in the latest hours. So I'm going to share my screen, and basically this is a summary of this new management company. Well, it's not a new management company. This company that is intending to manage Celsius as a new publicly traded company. So we're going to be going to the specifics of how that's going to be working after we learn what's the threshold. So guys, again, NovaWulf is saying if you have, or if you had a certain amount invested in Celsius, then you would be getting your money back in a liquid form. And so what is a liquid form? It could be BTC, it could be Ethereum, and it could be USDC. That's what they're stating. But if you had money after that threshold, you would be receiving shares of the company, of the new company. So you wouldn't be getting money or actual tokens or coins you could trade, but shares. Now, here is the interesting thing, because they're doing this in while this company has, or the management team has been working in the traditional hedge fund management. It was like the CEO and manager of NovaWulf was managing partner in Blackstone. So Blackstone is a competitor to BlackRock, two of the biggest hedge funds in the world. They are doing this in a crypto way, and I'm going to tell you exactly why this, if you had money over this threshold, why this is important for you. So let's go here. Celsius is going to be distributing the vast majority of its liquid assets plus new tokens representing 100% of the equity in its liquid assets, with further upside as NewCo grows over time. So NewCo is the name of the company that will take over Celsius, basically, and their business, and they're going to be incorporating more business into this. So this is the way they are promoting. They're trying to incentivize people to like the approach of being shareholders, and this could have a benefit. I'm going to be discussing this in a moment, but this is a threshold. Earns less or equal to $5,000. They're going to be assigned to a class called the convenience class. If you are in this class, so if you had less than $5,000 invested in the earned product of Celsius, then you would be getting around 70% of that back in BTC, Ethereum, or USDC, as we just mentioned. Now, while this is not 100% of the money you had, if you are receiving BTC or Ethereum and you think it could go up soon, it kind of feels like we are entering a bull trend, right, guys? So if you hold that, and if you are receiving BTC as opposed to USDC, you could actually, if you think that is going to be going up, you actually make 100% back. And if let's say BTC goes to $50,000, then you could be receiving even more than that. So let's say you will be getting paid that interest you were waiting for in the earn product. So customers, what if you had more than $5,000 in the earn product? Then you will be automatically sent to a different class, which I'm not sure what they call, but it's the shareholder class. So let's say you had $5,100 and you say, I don't want to be a shareholder. So what do I do? Well, you can actually tell Celsius. So this is one of those decisions you need to make. I just want to claim $5,000 and I want to get my money back in one of these 3 tokens. And I just forfeit the extra $100. So that is an option available to you. At some point, you will be able to tell NovaWulf or NewCo that you want to do this particularly. Which, I mean, it's a no-brainer, guys. But what if you had $10,000? Will you be willing to let go of $5,000 to get back $5,000 in tokens? That's a harder decision. So you would have to kind of investigate what this new company is going to mean in terms of profits and whether that would be convenient to you. And I'm going to speak about that in a moment. So what if, in a rare case, you are in the convenience claim and you are entitled to get your coins back, 70% of your money back in one of these 3 tokens, but you say, you know what? I'd rather be an investor in this new company because I believe that they're going to be making so much money that I'd rather be a shareholder. And there are ways in Silicon Valley to make a lot of money being a shareholder early in a company. So if this is something interesting to you, and if you are owed $1,000 or more, you can opt not to get those tokens, but to become a shareholder. So it depends on how much money you had invested with Celsius, on whether the options for you are, or what the options for you are. So NovaWulf says this represents 85% of all creditors. They are in one of these classes on the threshold under $5,000. So what if you had more than $5,000? We already discussed. Automatically, you're going to be assigned to this shareholder class, but you can let go of any amount over $5,000 and be receiving tokens. But if you don't want to do that, then of the 100% liquid assets, so what is liquid and what is illiquid? So illiquid, let's say it's staked Ethereum. So that's not liquid because it cannot be sold until the expiration date of this investment arrives. And that means it's not liquid. What else could not be liquid? Well, if let's say Celsius had some mining machines, that's not really liquid. I mean, you can sell them, but right now the price of mining machines is really low. So that's also illiquid. So they state of the 100% of liquid crypto assets. So let's say Bitcoin, BTC, Ethereum, stablecoins, whatever they have there, they will be, let's actually read this. It will distribute up to 100% of those liquid assets to creditors, less payments to other creditors under the plan and reserved for an amount needed to operate NewCo. So they say, okay, so let's assume there's $14 million worth of tokens, liquid tokens. We're going to deduct part of that to repay debtors, and then we're going to take a chunk for the management of this new company, and then out of that, 100% will be distributed to whoever had over $5,000 in the earned product of Celsius. So it's not, again, you're not going to be receiving 100% of the money you had as shares, but it's to be determined. So we don't really know how much. Hopefully it will be over 70% as in the other class. Now, these shares are not regular shares that you go and trade in Wall Street. These are called equity share tokens. Now, if you have heard of yield notes, they have done something similar. So you used to be getting profits every month. There would be really good profits, like between 5 and 10% every month. And they decided to stop that. And then they they converted your money invested into a tradable product. So once you get those shares, you cannot go to sell them on Wall Street, but you could sell them to other people who want to be shareholders. So they're going to create this market just as Deal Notes did. And in Deal Notes, you could actually sell and buy those investments and sell them at a discount. So people would be interested in buying those. So this is more or less how it's going to be happening with Celsius. Then there's going to be part of this, as in every other crypto project, part of this is going to be distributed to the management. So you ask, what's in it for NovaWulf? Well, they are managers of different funds, so they get a percentage of that fund, whatever is traded. So and usually hedge fund managers make a lot of money this way. So that's what's in it for them. So they have to make this work in order for them to make money. So that is a good thing. They're also going to be investing, according to what they say, between $40 and $50 million. So that puts skin on the game, which is good for everyone. So that's in general. So let's go to a different part of this business plan to help you understand whether this is a good option for you or whether you can let go of the extra funds over $5,000 and stay in their convenience class. Okay, so let's get to this part. Who is NovaWulf and who is behind that company? Because I mean, if it was just any guy, that anonymous guy, then why would you want shares in this new company? So let's explore who these guys are. So this is one of their co-founders, and basically he's the managing partner. So he's in charge of the day-to-day operations of this company. So who is this guy? Okay, let's see. His name is Jason New. Prior to founding NovaWulf, he was the CEO of 1x Credit Partners. It was a $23 million alternative credit manager who was wholly owned by 1x Corporation. So that's interesting, but the most important thing about his experience is that he spent 15 years at Blackstone. So this is one of the two major hedge funds in the world, and where he was a senior managing director and co-head of distressed and special situation investing for GSO Capital Partners. So his experience in taking distressed companies such as Celsius and bringing them back to life and making them profitable again. So I don't know the specifics of which companies, but if he was 15 years working as such, I'm sure he has accrued a lot of experience. So this is one of the most important people in terms of this new company. But let's see who else is in this team. So let's go back to team. These guys are general partners. This is more of a technical founder, Nazar. So he understands the crypto side much better than other hedge fund managers that come from Wall Street, which is interesting because he has experience in energy infrastructure and digital asset mining. Now, here's one interesting thing. This new company, NewCo, at least that's the placeholder name, is going to be, they want to be big in crypto mining. I would assume that that's basically Bitcoin mining. And while, in the near past, at the price of $16,000 or $17,000 per Bitcoin, that wasn't exactly the best of ideas. Now that we are around $25,000 per Bitcoin, that's not such a bad idea anymore. And especially if you believe that Bitcoin is going to be going back to 60, 70, or maybe $100,000, like some people like Robert Kiyosaki are saying, then mining would be very profitable. Now, I don't know. It's not clear what they're going to be doing with the earned product. Probably is going to be discontinued because we know that the Securities Exchange Commission doesn't like staking of stable coins. So in the short term, I'm sure that's going to be out of the table, right? It's not going to be something that they're going to be doing. Then we have here how we invest. They talk basically what they do. So they are into crypto. They want to create profits for shareholders, and they make their money out of management fees, like every other fund. So they are into tech, and crypto is one of the biggest trends in tech. Now we have artificial intelligence, and if they manage to fuse both together in a product, then this would be explosive. So Again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you ask me, what should I do? Okay, number one, how much money did you have in the earn product? Did you have over $5,000? You need to make decisions. Do you want to stay as a shareholder with the entirety or most of your investment? If that's so, you're automatically going to be assigned shares in the way of tokens. If you had under $5,000, automatically you have been assigned to this other class where you will be receiving a mix of tokens that basically are USDC, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Now, if you are in that class and you had over $1,000, again, you can say, I don't want to receive tokens, I want to be a shareholder. So in that case, you need to contact NovaWulf directly. Lastly, today there is a meeting at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you want to be part of that, let me share my browser again. You need to go to their Twitter page. So you would go here. It's the Celsius Official Committee of Unsecured Creditors. So that is at Celsius UCC. This committee is the side of investors negotiating with this company. So they have a discussion at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Central. You can set a reminder and join them and learn more about the specifics of what to do next, what the next steps are. At any rate, I'm going to be getting more of this information, and once I have it, I'm going to be sharing it with you in a new video. I hope this was a useful video for you guys. Those were hard times when we learned that the money would be vaporized. But we have hope now. And again, if you're receiving some money in the way, even if it's 70% of your original investment, if you receive it in BTC and if BTC goes up, then you probably would be recouping everything. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please do like it and subscribe to this channel to get more information about Celsius and about everything crypto. And soon we will be incorporating AI into our videos. So see you next time, guys. Bye-bye now.